This is the most broken route in Madden 26, as it completely roasts any man coverage while also being completely unstoppable against every zone defense in the game except one. So if you want to see how to use this overpowered glitch route as well as the only defense that stops it, stick around after the intro. If you guys are looking for fast, cheap, reliable MUT coins, check out my coin sponsors at MMOXP.com and use discount code MONEYSHOT for 6% off your order. Link in the description below. The champ is here! Welcome back, Money Team. This is Mad Money Shot, stepping out the Madden cheese as always. In today's video, there's a brand new glitch route going around the community, and I'm going to show you guys where to find it, how to use it, and also how to stop it. But before I do, as always, if you guys want to see more videos like this, please make sure to be a subscriber, hit the like button, let me know in the comment section. Now, I'm in the Washington Commanders playbook, which is probably going to be the next ebook that I put out. But at the moment, I only have out one ebook, which is the Kansas City Chiefs, which has a lot of gun bunch formations and a lot of really glitchy plays. So if you guys need more help or more money plays, I have out the Chiefs offense and the Raiders defense right now. And if you guys want to download them instantly, you can do that simply by clicking links in the description or the top pinned comment. But the formation I'm going to focus on today is not in those playbooks. The gun bunch strong offset, and this can only be found in the Commanders, the Chargers, and the Shotgun alternate playbook, as there's a very unique play called the corner strike, where this outside corner route is very glitchy. It's different than just about any corner route in the game based off of the angle that it takes, which I'll show you guys here in a minute. But I just want to show how there's a lot of really good plays in this formation, as I think that the speed option weak is an absolute cheat code. This is another play that's only found in Washington, as there's a lot of really good plays in this formation. So if you guys want to see more plays from this, either a full scheme or if you guys want to see me using it in gameplay, which I plan on doing as I get my Washington playbook out. But if you guys want to see more, make sure to be a subscriber, hit the like button, because like I said, I will bring that out. But let's go and let's pick the corner strike. On defense, we're just going to go random nickel. Now, the trick to this play is very easy. There's a common setup that a lot of people do where they put the RB receiver on a streak and then they put the A receiver on a post. You can custom stem that post up. You can custom stem the B receiver all the way down. The B receiver is the focus, but against a lot of different defenses, the RB receiver can be the focus. If it's a cover 3, which I'm really not sure if it is, a lot of times the RB receiver could be open for a touchdown. But it's really all about this play here. As you can see, against zone coverages like that, it just gets out wider than the zones, which is something that I put out in a video a couple days ago, a very similar concept where you had a lot of receivers from a bunch all going into the outside. Well, this is very similar. You have pretty much the exact same thing here. It's the same concept where you have a bunch of routes really running to one side of the field, and they typically get open against man or zone, because if you run to the wide side like I am here, not a lot of zones really follow that far. So you'll notice that if I put the B receiver on a streak, number one, this particular route, it may look like a regular corner route, but it's really not. If I put this B receiver on a corner route, you'll notice that from the adjustments here, from my hot route adjustments, he stems up to about the 20-yard marker. So he goes about 30 yards from this look, where if I completely reset the play, he only goes to about 30, and he doesn't even make it to 30. So there's about an 11-yard difference to the depth, which is what makes this route, since it breaks so much more drastically, what makes this route so good. So if we custom stem that all the way down, you can see this route only goes about 15 yards, not even. So it's stopping at 14 yards, which is something where if I put the RB receiver on a streak, a lot of times that'll pull back the zone to the point where this guy can just get outside. And you can see against zone coverage, especially off zone coverages like cover 3 and cover 4 where the cornerbacks drop back, this is going to get open all day. So here we have what looks like a cover 2. Might be a cover 2 man, might be a zone, I'm not really sure. It looks like it's probably a man or zone coverage. This is going to be one of the better routes to do this against. But you can see even this, I mean, actually it's trying to be a man coverage. Even this, I could throw it at an angle down and away to the point where even though he was covered, we can still catch that ball. We can still come back to that ball. It's just based off of the throw that I'm making. So you see here, against man coverage, even with outside leverage, if I throw that ball down away from the cornerback, I can come back to the ball in a position where the cornerback can't and still make a play on that ball every single time. But when it comes to zone coverages, you'll notice that, especially something like this, where that cornerback, the second I see that guy's off 8 yards like he is, I can switch to this play, and I know that I'm going to get this play outside of the zone every single time, even though the flat coverage did do a pretty good job. You're still seeing how I'm getting outside of it every single time. This here is an obvious cover 3. So this here is going to be a situation where I could put these guys all on the traditional setup. And now you'll notice that the RB receiver has a really good shot at getting open. As you can see, this route is just unstoppable against man or zone. Now, I went ahead and plugged in a second controller. If you think that you can just straight up use this route, it may be true. If somebody's hitting this too much, you could easily just undercut this route and take that away if somebody's doing that too much. As you can see, that's always an option. But realistically, if you have a route that's unstoppable that forces the user to pay attention to it, that's just going to make it that much easier to hit routes over the middle, as you now move the user out of the middle of the field. And you have a couple of other routes that are really good, like the running back route, which is really good. That creates a high-low also with the RB receiver, which can get open a lot, as you'll notice that there are other routes throughout the entire length of the field. I'm not going to go over that too much, but you can always put the any number of adjustments that you want to create these other routes to get open. So if you're getting the user to focus on stopping that route, it's just going to open up the rest of the field. So now that we know that this route beats just about every single defense in the game, how are we going to stop it if somebody's running it against us? It's real simple. There's one play in particular that is designed, I think, to beat this particular type of play with very little adjustments, and that's going to be a cover 2 hard flat, which is something that I'm going to use out of the dime rush, but I'm assuming that just about any cover 2 hard flat pre-design is going to play specifically the same way. So let's go and let's pick that, as this particular zone is designed where the hard flat's going to take away anything short, but the hook zone is typically going to match any route that's going to go up in between the hard flat and the deep zone. It's just not going to do a very good job until you make the adjustment I'm going to show you guys. So real simply, real quick, I'm just going to show you that the RB or the B receiver on the corner route obviously does not get open against this play anymore, although obviously I can body it, but that's not something that somebody's going to be able to live off of. That's something that you can just do if if you make a mistake, if you're running this, you get caught and you see that guy drop, then you might be able to defend the ball at that point, but it's not something you're going to be able to live off of. So if you see your opponent's hard flag and stop this, then the next obvious solution is to custom stem the B receiver up over that hard flat, as pretty much anybody knows that the hard flat's only going to go so far. It's only going to go to about 5 yards. I might just mess that play up entirely. Bear with me, it's a little bit more difficult to do when you can't see the player when you're doing it, and I don't think the game's allowing me to do it anymore anyway, so we're going to see if this actually works at this depth, as I don't know what happened there. The play art glitched. So that happens, but we're going to do that again. Like I said, the next thing to do is to custom stem this route up, and now the hard flat's going to be woefully under, as it'll probably stop the A receiver, but that's about it. So you can see how I can get outside as we get a not too great of a throw, but you also saw how that defender there, who I'm not really sure who he is because I don't know the Cowboys roster that well, but he's probably like the fourth corner, which is the point. But you also saw how this defender did follow. He did follow that route. He followed back the streak, but then he did follow. He just followed late. So the easiest way to fix this is to put that defender on an outside shade, which is basically hitting wire triangle and then the right stick to the right. And now you're going to see when I run this exact same play, as we custom stem this guy up, that he's going to cover that to the outside much better. As you can see, he works underneath it, but he's still kind of under the route. So the next thing you're going to want to do is just move him in position. So if you know your opponent is running this route, you just have to back him off and put him in a position where he's going to do a better job to be in the area to play that second route. And then when you play him to the outside, as we'll go ahead and we'll just back off him here. Then when you play him to the outside, then you're going to notice that you're going to have a slightly better route concept. So here we go one more time. They said we have him in a better position now, and now he's jumping the ball. So it's really all about where you have him pre-snap and the fact that you have to play to the outside because you know that that route is really going to be to that area. And you basically effectively have a double Mabel concept without making too many adjustments. So I'm going to end the video there, but if you guys want to see more tips from Madden 26, I'm going to pop it on my screen right now, so just click links. And until next time, thanks for watching, man. My shit out. Need more help or just want to show your support? Then head over to my Patreon and join my team, where you can get exclusive content like ebooks and bonus plays, as well as early access to my vids and more. Link in the description below.